live. This is not live. All right. I posted on Twitter today. If you don't follow me on Twitter, what are you doing? Follow me. I posted on Twitter today. God found it necessary to provide multiple eyewitness testimonies of Christ's resurrection to ground our faith. Yet the Catholic Church demands belief in Mary's Assumption under threat of God's wrath with zero eyewitness testimony. Zero. If my conscience is to be bound to such a dogma, shouldn't it at least meet the standard Christ set for belief in his own resurrection? Now, I'm not necessarily, like, this post is not necessarily me denying that Mary was assumed to heaven. It is, the problem I'm addressing is that the Catholic Church is binding my conscience to this dogma under threat of God's wrath with zero eyewitness testimony, whatever. That's not the point I'm making this video. The point I'm making this video is this comment right here. It's a good comment. And Harvey, I'll give you a little like. I like your comment. God found it necessary to provide hundreds of eyewitness testimonies to Mary's apparitions. What? He makes a good point, and he posted this little video. I'm going to unlike that. He posted this video, and I actually watched it. So, Capturing Christianity, I'm not familiar with his stuff. Really, I don't watch his stuff a lot. As far as I know, he was Protestant, became Catholic. You Catholics love those guys. Essentially, in the video, Mr. Capturing Christianity discusses how Protestants will gladly use the Jesus appeared to multiple people, therefore his resurrection is verifiably true. Well, Mary appeared to thousands of people. So these miracles surrounding Mary must be true. Let's just see what he has to say.
Alex O'Connor just exposed a massive, and I mean massive, problem for Protestant apologetics. And even William Lane Craig doesn't seem to have a good answer to this. It's about the group appearances, like the 500 witnesses in 1 Corinthians 15. Christians love pointing to these as powerful evidence for the resurrection, and there's good reason to do that, right? It's like the more witnesses that you have, the better the evidence. But here's the issue. If group appearances prove the resurrection, what do you do with Marian apparitions?
What do you do with them? Well, I commented, the eyewitnesses to the resurrected Jesus could verify that it was truly him, as they knew him before his death. In contrast, those claiming to have witnessed Mary have no reference point to confirm her identity. For all they know, a demon could have appeared to them, claiming to be Mary. Oh, come on, Indy. What are you talking about? A demon? A demon? These people claim to see a demon? Well, what does Jesus say? For false Christs and false prophets they might. False Christs might arise. No, they will arise and perform, what will they perform? Great signs and wonders. Great signs, great wonders. So as to, what are they going to do with those great signs and wonders? Lead astray, if possible, even the elect. Now I asked ChatGPT, I said, give me more verses like this. Mark 13:22. For false Christs and false prophets will arise and perform great signs and wonders to lead astray, if possible, the elect. 2 Thessalonians 2:9 and 10. The coming of the lawless one is by the activity of Satan with all power and false signs and wonders, and with all wicked deception for those who are perishing because they refuse to love the truth and so be saved. Revelation 13:13 through 14. It performs great signs, even making fire come down from heaven to earth in front of people. Whoa. Let's watch this video. Let's just watch this video.
Fatima or Zaytun. Tens of thousands, sometimes millions of people witness these events, including skeptics, including journalists, and including non-Christians. Are Protestants actually ready to accept these miracles, or is this the double standard that finally...
Let me just clarify. I'll accept that miracles are taking place. I'll accept that great signs and wonders are taking place. No one's denying that. I'm denying that that's Mary, that is Mary's hand, or that it's God's hand through Mary, right? Because we're never told that was going to happen. Jesus left his disciples. Jesus was resurrected and with his disciples, and before he ascended to heaven, what did he tell them? He said, go make disciples of all nations. I'm going to send you the Holy Spirit. Go preach the gospel. Help me build my church. Here are the keys to the kingdom. I'll be back, but before I come back, bad people are going to come, and they're going to do some crazy things. Watch out for those people. And you're here telling me, well, look at these great signs and wonders. You got to believe it. And I'm like, I know, I believe that they're great signs and wonders, but believe what? Believe that it's Mary? Yeah, I don't think so.
Really breaks their theology
entirely.
Breaks
my theology.
In this video, we're going to find out. So Alex O'Connor recently highlighted this inconsistency. And as I say, William Lane Craig doesn't seem to really have a good answer to this. It's honestly surprising. But let's first hear from Alex.
Remember, sometimes groups do claim to see visions, such as various apparitions of Mary, or the Roman Emperor Constantine's vision of a cross of light in the sky, which may have been seen by his whole army as well. The source isn't clear. Look at this image. This is a picture of a crowd in Fatima, Portugal in 1917. This crowd, many more than 500 in number, were witness to the so-called miracle of the sun. A prophecy by 3 shepherd children said that the Virgin Mary would perform a miracle on the 13th of October, causing this large crowd to gather on that day. And the miracle happened. Testimonies from the members in the crowd were published in the newspaper. They claimed to have seen the sun dancing in the sky, zigzagging around, and even advancing towards the earth, all for 10 minutes. So, a large crowd witnessing a prophesied miracle, and we actually know who saw it and precisely what they saw. We even have their direct testimony. Does Wes Huff believe in this Catholic miracle? Do you? And if not, why not?
Exactly.
Exactly. What did I read earlier? What? The coming of the lawless one is by the activity of Satan with all power and false signs and wonders. It performs great signs, even making fire come down from heaven to earth in front of people. Does that sound familiar? I'm getting a little worked up here. Deuteronomy 13, 1 through 3, Old Testament. If a prophet or a dreamer of dreams arises among you and gives you a sign or a wonder, and the sign or wonder that he tells you comes to pass, and if he says, let us go after other gods, which you have not known, and let us serve them, you shall not listen to the words of that prophet or that dreamer of dreams. Now, I know Catholics aren't saying, well, we're not telling you to go after another god. Yeah, but this Mary that you speak of has no connection to the biblical Mary. So you've named this woman Mary, but it's not the Mary of the Bible, so it's something completely different. And from my perspective, it sounds exactly what we're warned not to do, to go after this false god, this false prophet, this false sign and false wonder of fire dancing in the sky in front of people. Wow. Isn't that something? Wow. All right. So let's just...
Today, we're diving into Alex's argument, Craig's response, and then why Protestants desperately need to come up with some kind of response to this argument. In the clip that we just watched, Alex raises a very interesting point. If group appearances like the 500 in 1 Corinthians 15 are good evidence for the resurrection, what about other documented group visions like Fatima?
They are. It is. It's great evidence. It's great evidence. And these appearances at Fatima are great evidences of supernatural events, of the supernatural. I think events like this would help turn an atheist into at least not an atheist. But as far as making a Protestant become Catholic, ooh, that's a stretch. I think these appearances should actually make Catholics run to Protestantism for the many reasons I've already explained. The eyewitnesses of Jesus, they knew it was Jesus. They could verify that it was Jesus because him over there, him right there, and me standing right here, we knew Jesus prior to his death. So now looking at him, we're like, that's Jesus. Wow. But these appearances of Mary, she's appearing to all these people who have no idea, zero reference point to go off of, to tell them that's Mary. Wow. Even if this woman comes down, shines a light, and says, I am Mary, the one who birthed Jesus. I'm the mother of God. Wow. The first thing I would ask is, prove it. How do I know you're telling the truth? How do I know you're not a demon? What is she going to do? A great sign and a great wonder? Wow, that's exactly what Jesus told me to avoid. So, Mr. Capturing Christianity, buddy, the video's great. It's great. You got music, you got nice cut scenes, and you got all the stuff, bro. Keep it up. But what you don't got is a good argument against Protestantism, because it's not a biblically sound argument. Because the argument you're making is exactly the argument that Jesus warns us to run away from. I'm going to make a lot of cuts to this video because I'm rambling a lot. I'm not great at doing this, but this is my first time making a video response. So if you enjoyed it, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, follow for more, share it with your granddaughters, share it around, and maybe I'll make some more. All right, signing off.